Anyway, the big news obviously in MLS this week is Messi saying he's coming. What's your reaction to all
Oh, I didn't see that.
that?
No, I think it's great. Obviously, to bring Messi into the league. I think over the years we've all seen the impact of David Beckham coming in, Zlatan coming in, different players obviously from overseas, and to get Messi in the league, arguably the greatest player of all time, and still, yeah, he's a little bit older, but um, recently, not long, won the World Cup, um, almost single handedly. So I think it's great for the league. It's going to have a huge impact. I'm sure for Miami, for MLS. Um, Bit puzzled how Miami have managed to do it. I thought they were under embargo, but nevertheless, I think it's a great time, and I'm sure everyone's excited for him to be here.
Yeah. How do you think he's different than some of the other big names that have come, including yourself? What's how's his impact? Do you think going to be?
He's the best. Simple as that. In my view, he's the best player to ever play the game. So um, that's how he's different. Obviously, the fan base around will be huge commercially. For the league, I'm sure will be huge as well. So yeah, I think it's massive for MLS, and I think we're seeing it now with Cristiano as well going over to Saudi Arabia.
Yeah.
That's opened the door really for Benzema. I'm not sure if it's done with Kante going over there.
Yeah.
I think with Messi coming here, it'll do that again. I know MLS has always brought players in, but I think that'll do that again, and it shows MLS can compete. Financially, obviously, in Saudi Arabia, the money there is huge, but I think it shows that MLS can compete um, with them leagues who are trying to grow um, in the world of football, which is a positive because um, I think it shows it's a league where players want to come, players want to play, and I think this is another huge step.
Are you kind of anticipating being his first opponent, or do you think that's going to be too soon?
I'm not sure. I really don't know. From my understanding, what I've heard, but I don't know what it is. His first game will probably be in the club, and maybe the All Star game. So um, it'd be nice if we were his first opponents to for the DC fans to see him up close, and for us to challenge ourselves against him. So I think the one thing I will say is it's not going to be easy for him. I think the league's a difficult league, and I don't think it's going to be. He's going to come over here and just absolutely tear it up immediately. I think he's going to have to adapt to it because this league is a little bit different, and it won't be an easy ride for him. That's for sure.
What was your history with him?
Yeah, I played against him a few times. Yeah, we lost two finals, two Champions League finals to Barcelona. He scored in both of them. We beat them in the Champions League semi-final in 2008. So, yeah, I think that's the only games played against them.
Yeah, and here you both are.
Yeah, so it's funny how football works, and but yeah, I think there's obviously been a lot of anticipation whether it's back to Barcelona, to Saudi Arabia, but I think it's a huge coup for the MLS to get him in.
Okay. Brian, go ahead.
We'll start with Bruce.
Hey, Wayne.
Hey.
Hey, just a couple of quick questions. The one was you were talking post match Miami about maybe just switching off for a second and maybe letting them get that goal. And when you look at the goal itself, I mean, everybody is killing themselves to get back. I mean, the effort, and it's almost as if somebody didn't break off and hit the trail runner. Who's in charge of the communication out there? That is it just a small communication error? Because it's great to see players working that hard, because there was an extra body there, but nobody kind of took the trail runner. Can you just talk about that?
Yeah, I think if you do the right things to start with, then you don't have to work that hard to stop it. So if you look at Miami's goal, we scored the second goal. Taxi Fontes had gone off the pitch, so Mateusz Klich had gone in as a number 10 behind Benteke. So after the goal, on kick-off, Christian Benteke, Mateusz Klich and Dahome are all on one side of the centre circle.
Right.
Where one of Benteke or Mateusz Klich should be the other side. If they're there, it completely stops the goal. So just not being in the right position from kick-off cost us, because then it allows them to walk easy into our half, play the ball in behind, and then we're retrieving and then we're reacting. So just a small detail of actually being in the right position to start with stops that goal.
It's great. And then Dave and I, we got some time to kill every once in a while, and just wanted to see how's your golf game, or is it non-existent during the season?
Yeah, it's not great. I've played a couple of rounds since I've been back here, but that's it. So yeah, I haven't managed to play that much. So it's okay, but it's not what it used to be.
Okay, great. Good talking to you.
Thank you.
That's it from Zoom, Lee. Thank you.
I have a couple from Dave Johnson, who couldn't make the call. Halfway mark in the season, how would you assess the team so far?
Yeah, I think we've done okay. I think we obviously are where we are. Points we've picked up in the playoff spots, which is good from that point of view. But I really believe that we could certainly have 6 to 9 more points on the board. I'd look at Nashville at home, Orlando at home, Montreal at home. There's certainly games where we've let points slip. So it's room for us to improve on. I think if we can, keep doing what we're doing and try and pick up more points in the second half of the season than we have done in the first, then I think we'll finish in a good spot. So our ambition is to keep playing, keep trying to improve, and finish as high up the table as we can. So, but yeah, I've been pleased, certainly from where we was last season to now. I think we're in a completely different place, and we've still got room to grow. So I've been pleased with the first half.
Canals got some minutes yesterday after going through concussion protocol. You were his teammate and now his coach. How has he grown?
I think he's been great. Even like yesterday, I thought as much as I didn't agree with the friendly game, in between 2 away games, I think it's crazy. That's something maybe we need to look at in the future, because I don't think any of us wanted that game. But we have to fulfil it, and the one thing we could do is get Russell some minutes, not so much for fitness levels, but more to get his bearings back on the pitch. So that was the one and probably the only positive which I felt we took from the game yesterday.
And then what should we know about Atlanta?
Good team, obviously. Good players, very expansive, make the pitch very big, full width. So we're expecting a very difficult game. We have to go there, be organised, be our best to get out the game. So on turf, of course, which our first one this season on turf. So, but it's probably the best turf in the league. So there's no excuses from us from that point of view. And we're expecting a tough game, so we'll be ready, we're prepared, and looking forward to it.
Injury situation, anyone back in time for this game? I mean, besides Russell?
Everyone else, same, still Nigel Martin, still out. Mo still out. Andy Nahar's big doubt.
Andy's out again?
Yeah, he felt his hamstring yesterday in the friendly game, which got put in on the Wednesday. So he's a doubt. He may be available. Small chance he may be available, but
Ruan,
Ruan's not back. So at the minute, Andy is a doubt, which is a shame. He's a very big player for us,
and,
and it's frustrating.
and then next week you lose Taxi and Victor.
Yeah, and potentially Andy, depending on where he's at. I'm a big believer in. I think it's a real proud moment when you get called up for your country. So I'd never deny players going with the country. I've done it 120 times myself, and I think you should get rewarded for your form. And if you do get called up to your country, I'd always encourage the players to go, because I think it's a big moment. The only thing I would say is I do think there should be an international break, but it is what it is. You have to get on with it.